fashion from the streets is the real fashion. This is what they copy and then they sell it for like a really high price.
Yeah.
So
And meanwhile, we have a lot of customers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to take care of the pipeline. We gotta have to take care of time. So it's like a
that's
tough
queen
job.
and
Tough job.
have that guts to go in front of the people and say like, hey guys, we're the manufacturer. I mean, we're the real deal, and
There
come
is
to
very
us.
less transparency in this whole process.
Yeah.
There are cut corners.
Yeah.
If you wanted to place something or if you want to place order in overseas company, you come here, you said, okay, I wanted to have 100 shares. I wanted to have 280 GSM. Hello everyone, this is Akash. I am CEO of Apparel Artistry, and with me we have.
This is Shehroz. I'm the co-founder of Apparel Artistry.
So how does it all started?
So it all started back in 2015 when I graduated from PDM, and of course he was there. Basically, Akash was my senior, and I was the junior, and we was in the fashion and textile together. And then from there on, back to the USA, and we've been doing some internship over there for the very well-known fashion brands over there. And then thoroughly it was a wave over there for the street fashion, and we actually very wise to notice it, and we came back to the Pakistan, and this is where we started our own streetwear manufacturing.
I wanted to bring the attention to the most favorite topic. Why would you wanted to start that podcast? So what is the story behind that? We wanted to know that, and
So
our fans
this-
would like to know that.
So
Please.
this is basically this is the first podcast, but people who are watching right now, they don't know that we have been planning this podcast, this specific podcast, from past like 3 or 4 years, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah,
2 years.
and 2 years, and we worked so hard to get into this shape. By the way, so basically the main purpose to start a podcast, a dedicated podcast. There's no one, a manufacturer. By the way, there's a big problem between the communication.
Exactly.
Right. So there's no communication barrier, and there is a specific better content for the people out there who are in this industry, and they want to do some fashion, because 80% of the real streetwear fashion comes from America, come from New York, come from the streets.
Exactly,
right?
man.
So there are people who was like Luanchi, and there was like, okay, they're like so big fashion. I mean, we're not behind them. The fashion from the streets is the real fashion. This is what they copy and then they sell it for like a really high price. So that was the whole thing, that we can actually connect to the people over there who are actually love fashion, because we love fashion, and we
Exactly.
are in the game, and we do every day. We wake up fashion, we sleep over on the fashion. So that was the first thing. And the second thing, like there's a manufacturer, the manufacturing game, it's been corrupted. I won't say corrupted. I would say like everyone is there, and he wanted some of the
Piece of it.
piece of it, and it was like, oh, we can do that, and
Yeah.
that also differentiate you and me and this company from the companies who
Already
tell
doing that.
that they are the companies, but they're not. They're third parties. All right. I mean,
Exactly.
who third party can come over on the screen and have that guts to go in front of the people and say like, hey guys, we're the manufacturer. I mean, we're the real deal, and come to us, and we will provide you all the solution of all of your problems. Like, we are the one-stop shop for them. I mean, let's say there's one thing that they wanted to do, like someone wanted to start duffel bag business. All right, we're the one-stop shop for them. Someone wanted to come into the game for the hoodies, rhinestones, street embroidery, all types of embroidery. I mean, in Apparel Artistry, we do everything. All right, so we like they're one-stop shop. At the same time, they're watching us, and there's a connectivity there. So there's like a content plus a manufacturer who understands you.
So this is what you're trying to tell us, that there is a market already providing the services.
Yeah.
So there must have to be something that makes you outstanding from others.
Oh yeah.
So this is what you're trying to make.
Yeah.
So what I understand from my part is there is very less transparency in this whole process.
Yeah.
There are cut corners.
Yeah.
If you wanted to place something or if you want to place order in overseas company, you come here, you said, okay, I wanted to have 100 shares, I wanted to have 280 GSM. You're never gonna check that GSM.
Yeah.
Even though if you check that GSM, you never know the quality of the binding of the fabrics.
Yeah.
So you gotta have to understand, you gotta have to educate yourself. If you really wanna make money, if you really wanna be in a game of fashion, you gotta have to educate yourself.
Of course.
So the whole purpose of this podcast is actually
Education.
that what make us outstanding from others
From
is
others.
we trying to educate ourselves, and we will try to educate you people, and we
Yeah.
will try to keep that as much transparent as we can.
As we can, and trust me, we are the students. Still, we are student. Every day we learn something new, and every day, people who come to us, they actually teach us a lot of
A
things.
lot of things we learn from our
yeah,
brand owners.
from the brand owners, and
Couple of streetwear brand owners are really senior in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That is what I realized. So
Yeah.
when they come, we know that
Oh,
now these
okay.
are the guys who actually come with the guns.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they have
So-
all the homeworks.
Yeah. So one more thing I really wanted to talk about. There's the for the back in the game, it was really difficult to open a store, but right now it's like more convenient for the brand owners over there, like AYO Boutique, like IO Boutique.
Man,
You know
we're
about it.
gonna appreciate. We're gonna shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
AYO Boutique, man. We're gonna shout out to him.
From this first podcast, we wanted to shout out to the IO Boutique. This guy, he is just paving ways for a lot of brands over there that wanted to start and also have a proper store, an amazing store. I love AYO Boutique.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
guys are
man.
international.
So what happening here with the AYO is actually they provide you the place to put your
Yeah, put your shit
stuff
there.
there. You have your merch, you go ahead and give them your merch. They're gonna
Yeah.
display it. You're gonna do business online, and you're gonna have your store.
Yeah.
So shout out to AOI.
Yeah.
They are doing amazing job.
Yeah, and also I wanted to talk about there are a couple of the amazing influencers over there. They're
Yeah, the
providing.
seniors.
Yeah,
So
they're
let's talk
providing
about Superline.
Yeah,
Superline
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
These
Superline.
guys are awesome. These guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Every time we see them, they have their mics.
Yeah, they're
are in the
always on the
streets,
mic.
they always talking.
Yeah.
So
Dante Zakram, don't forget
Yeah.
about Dante Zakram. He's
Yeah,
providing
man.
free games.
So there are people who are trying to educate. All you need to know that you are not here only to do business. All right, you can never be succeed unless you try to groom yourself. You try to educate yourself. Be in that business as a student. Okay, learn from the manufacturers, learn from your seniors, learn from your competitor, and then come with the homework. Whenever you wanted to place an order, make sure you have good design files, man.
Okay, now I have Akash, you're the CEO of a company, and it's been like 8 years almost that you're in this game.
Yeah, 7 to
Okay.
8 years.
Yeah, 7 to 8 years. So I wanted to ask a few questions that how it feels to be a CEO of a manufacturing company. How does that feel?
Man, sometimes it's really I would love to be a CEO, but sometimes it's really a hard job. So let's say when something get bad, like time delays or other stuff happening, sometimes things went wrong when it's within the facility, and we have to take care of it. We have to take care of the time limits.
Yeah.
We gotta have to take care of all the stuff.
How does
So a lot of things are happening. It's like
Yeah.
a battleground
Yeah, it's like a battle.
within the factory, within the manufacturing facility. We have to take care of a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and meanwhile we have a lot of customers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to take care of the part line. We gotta have to take care of time. So it's like a tough job.
Tough job. Yeah. Being a
man.
CEO is like a tough job.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to ask one more question from you. That when you have that multiple type of when you have 50 bulk orders, and each of the order is different from the other order, how do you even guys differentiate, everything is from the custom sewing, and you cut it
Yeah.
all, and the patterns, sizing is different, every brand is different. How does you do that?
Man, it sounds so difficult when someone says that. Like you said, we're doing 50 orders, 50 different multiple orders at the same time in bulk production. We have 50 different designs, but at start we have difficulties in there.
Yeah.
But right now we have a proper team, proper setup for it. So we have teams. We distribute the orders with the proper mock-up and tag pack.
Mhm.
We provided that tag pack to our team back there, the merchandisers, and then they have their whole team. So we give the project, let's say we have 10 merchandisers, we give 5 orders to each merchandiser.
Okay.
So they take care of it.
Okay.
We are the only one who gonna authorize the final go. So
Okay.
we make sure everyone is doing job according to the way it's supposed to be done.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to keep eye on the tag packs. We're gonna make sure that the final process goes from your eyes, and we're gonna make sure everything is going smoothly, nothing is going off the track. So
Okay.
this is the whole point.
Okay,
This is
I
what-
give you explain me like 10 seconds, and you got like 50 hoodie order right now, and explain how you do that in 10 seconds. Can you do that?
No, yeah, definitely. We take the order, make sure we get the files.
Okay.
All right, we have a designer who already started. Let's say we're gonna do screen print.
Hmm.
We have our in-house production for the screen print. So one guy started the design and converted it to the screen.
Okay.
And then we have that tag pack. We already have our fabrics in the stores. We get that fabric. We have our patterns, standard size chart patterns. We cut it. We have the stitches. They stitch it. We have that screen printing facility within the house. They get that screen ready within maximum 6 to 7 hours.
Okay.
So we have the screen ready.
Okay.
So we plan that. We have the fabric. We cut the fabric. We get the correct size. We have the screens ready. We have the good color combinations that we needed to have, and boom, we just have it.
Okay, that's pretty wise.
Exactly.
All right. So one more question. For not for the people who are already doing that, for the next entrepreneurs over there, because they are actually the guys like the entrepreneurship. I am an entrepreneur. Being with you, and you're also an entrepreneur. What an amazing advice you can give to the entrepreneurs starting to get into this business of starting their own clothing brand. What exactly? Because that advice comes from a manufacturer,
Yeah.
is worth it. It's worth more because at the end of the day they're either coming to you or somewhere else, so they are going to any manufacturer. What advice can you give them?
First advice I would give them is to take action. So people start thinking and planning that we're gonna do that, but never take action. Once you take action, no matter what idea do you have, you might go to any manufacturer. They can groom that idea for you.
Okay.
Alright? So first step that is the most important is you take action.
Okay.
Once you take action, you do not need to be perfect in there.